Ella, thank you very much for joining us. Firstly, how are you? How was training today, being back on the grass?
It was good, thank you. With a little bit of a short day today, everyone's been back in from international, so it's been nice. It's lifted everybody's mood up a little bit more, having more players and coming in. So it's been a good vibe today and an exciting day.
Yeah, and I just kind of wanted to firstly touch on obviously your sort of comeback at Chelsea a couple of weeks back and your sort of injury recovery, sort of how, if you could just sort of take us into, I guess, the mind of from your injury recovery and how that was for you.
I've been saying this, everyone's been like, oh, it must have been so excited, you must have been like so buzzing, and it was weird for me because it actually felt underwhelming in the end. It's almost like anyone that's probably been through a long-term injury will know, but you've had that goal set in your head for months or years for some other people on end, just thinking about that. So actually, afterwards I was a bit like, oh, like that's it, done now. Like, what's the next goal sort of thing that's been my focus for so long. So I felt really proud and excited when Martin was saying originally for me to come on. I was a bit like, oh, okay, I'm coming on sort of thing. But during the game, like my mindset wasn't thinking I haven't played a game in a long time or, oh, I'm injured, like I'm just coming back, what's going to happen? It was actually just like I'm just playing a game of football, which actually for me felt really nice, and it's a credit to the work that I've had with the staff here and particularly our psychologist.
Yeah, and you sort of just briefly mentioned it there, but with obviously some other players suffering injuries as well during the time you were out. Kind of what was the team, what were the girls like with you while you were out as well?
They were brilliant. A special shout out to Kit Graham because she had done her ACL for a second time as well. So she was coming into her end stage rehab just as I had got injured, but I previously had an injury before, so I'd spent a lot of time with her in the physio room last season as well. So to see her hard work and see how much she'd come through was really inspiring at the time. And then when I got injured myself, she was actually one of the first people I called and messaged to be like, I've done my ACL again. So while she was here, she was absolutely brilliant for me, just in terms of if I had any questions or just having someone there that you know gets it. Yeah. So like if I was like, oh, my knee's hurting today, I don't feel like I'm doing much or I don't think I've progressed much today, and she's like, no, you've actually done something really good. For me, like morally and like it was amazing for me. So then Kit obviously has gone out on loan for the second half of the season. So since Jess and Mai have done their ACLs recently, for me it's been something I've kind of wanted to be in that role that Kit was for me to try and help them as well.
Absolutely, and just sort of moving on to this weekend, obviously back in action against Man United on Sunday, back at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. What's it like to play at a stadium like that?
It's incredible. I think it's one of the best, if not the best, built stadium in football at this current time. So for me, it's something that I'm really proud that I get to experience that as a team. It's something that we're always super excited to go and play there. We always get a good turnout from the fans, so we want even more to come down because we always say they're like a 12th man for us. So just the environment and the excitement around the group every time we play there, we want to go and get a win there.
Yeah, and you sort of just touched on it there with the fans as well. It feels like the Spurs fan base is growing sort of a lot more this season. Maybe it has in previous. Being a Spurs fan myself, I've watched this season quite a lot with a big smile. So sort of how important are the fans for you guys as players? Sort of, do they really make that extra difference that people might not think they do?
Yeah, it's so important because every action you do, just that bit of noise, it can drive you, even if it's like a bit of a, or like if you've done a bad touch or something, it's like it helps you get that focus back in. And something I will say about us building our fan base, like that's on us as players. We have to go out there and perform to encourage people to want to come back. So for us, that's our job. We take that really personally, I take that really importantly, that I want to put on a performance that makes people want to come back, that grows our fan base, grows women's football fan base. So having it at the stadium gives us that opportunity to expand it even more, so we want to keep doing that.
Absolutely, and I think is it 3 games left, I think it is now, between now and the end of the season. Sort of what are your kind of ambitions between now and the end of the season, and sort of what are the team's ambitions, I guess, between now and the end as well?
I mean, for the team, we want to record our highest points finish. We want to push to finish as high in the league as we can. It's a stepping stone for us to then build on that for next season. Anything we do, we want to push and we want to play to our best ability. So Martin speaks a lot about if we get the performance down, then the result will come from that as well. So as players, we just want to perform to the highest standard that we can, play within the game plan and push on. And then just for me personally, it's just about getting as many minutes as I can, showcasing myself in training to give myself to get that opportunity to get more minutes on the pitch. And if that comes, I just want to keep building up to my own personal standards and just start to feel like the old Ella again, really.
And just one finally, you touched on it there, but sort of the importance and the impact Martin Ho's had this season as well. So what's it been like working under him, and what's he been like for you this season so far?
I think he's been really good, just mainly because of the standards that he's brought. You know that you can't let your standards slip in training because it will be picked up on. So I think that's so important as a player, because you know you have to go into training and perform. You can't just slack about or just have a bit of fun. You know, you need to take it seriously. And for me, like, I thrive in that environment because as a player, I just want to get better. So going into training with that focus that, okay, this is what I need to do to build or improve, it is important. And I think you can see that in the terms of a lot of our players on the pitch playing with a lot of confidence. And I think it comes from that, driving the standards, driving their ability to be able to perform consistently week in, week out.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And yeah, all the best for the weekend.
Perfect. Thank you so much.